Cancer, how you doing, guys? We're here to do your 1st until the 15th of February. How you doing, Cancer? So I thought what we'd do is we'll go back to using the moment before, because I really haven't used them that much at all, and I'm trying to get used to the cards. So just for a free part, normally I do the moment before and then the moment after from the 1st until the 15th. Just to give us a general feel how I can comparison the two. Okay, so I've got your cards out already just to get a feel of the cards first, and then I thought I would start to read them after trying to gain what things might be about. Okay, so this is from your 1st and the 15th, but this is the moment before of things that might have happened. Okay, so you got the first thing that you got was the Three of Cups. So a lot of this was something to actually celebrate, where there could have been like an engagement, okay, or there could have been an arrangement, like an arranged marriage. I'm also picking up an arranged marriage, or someone was arranging something as if to say, well, we can meet up at least, but there was something to celebrate about. And this could be news that was being told to family members that there was something that could possibly be on the horizon to actually celebrate. Now, if there was a breakup with any of you guys and you were in a third party can mean anybody, it doesn't have to be a love interest, okay? But if there was one, it was involving someone else. There was an involvement with people that could have caused some kind of separation. It could be a possible Pisces because it's 3, okay? But generally meaning stuck, that I am stuck in 3 decisions that I have to focus my attention on, that there are 3 really important things to me. And there are also 3 sisters here. There can be 3 sisters. This used to be my witches card, okay, where people were like binding, because whatever it is, it's binding, okay, this one. So there could be 3 sisters, there could be 3 friends, or 3 mothers, okay, or fathers, but something to do with, like, there were 3 people that were talking. They were getting together, going out, and then actually talking, right? So you might, your partner, or you might have realised that you might have wanted a piece, some time, a piece of something? I don't know, a piece of something. I'm hearing a piece. But I hope that's not sorry, but I want a piece of something, okay? And it might be that someone wanted some distance because they thought, you know what, I need to actually spend time with my family. And if there was a breakup and it wasn't anything real bad, then I have to spend time with my friends and I need to go out and celebrate, like, you know, go out. So the next one that you had was the King of Cups. But in this card, it seems like someone was bored. So it feels like that these are also families that are also talking to one another, and sisters and brothers that are all talking about something. And it feels like, well, at the moment the attraction to something isn't quite as much as what it used to be, because I feel like lost. This King of Cups feels like lost, and there's one cup that's been handed to him. So it feels like, well, I was handed an offer and I was given that, because it could well be you, Cancer, that I was given that opportunity to go back into a third party or go back to my sisters or friends, but I seem to be like lost and wondering about something else, So you kind of got your card, but also Pisces or Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, so but this one, it's like all lights upon you here. So everything was shone upon you to make a decision, as if to say, well, it's all on my shoulders that I have to actually make a decision. But also, like, sisters, I'm picking up like sisters or brothers are all talking to one another about you. It seems to be like about you. Or let's talk about Cancer for some reason. Let's talk about this. Okay, hopefully that wasn't a physical element, but this is always the mother. You see, this always represents the mother, and it also represents talking and speaking. And it seems that some people are talking, but what they're talking about is like hiding things, hiding stuff about people, and they're talking about water signs. You know, whoever it is that these people are talking about, they're talking about water signs, okay, pretty much. And they're talking about, I'm hearing broken waters, as in like broken, as in like a child, like this could have been something to do with children, okay, like someone's waters broke or something like that, or the name waters or waters broke or something like that. Brokeback Mountain is what I heard. Brokeback Mountain, I've got no idea where that one came from, right? But you've got 5 of Swords, so it caused a lot of arguments between the family and people talking and discussing, and that people not liking what people are saying or not saying. Because this is saying stuff and not saying everything, you know. And it feels like for a period of time, some people might have gone back to their family for some support, but they might not have got as much as what they wanted. Okay, and it caused conflict. And that can be a physical fight that started with also water signs. because I keep picking up there's a lot of water signs. This is also Aquarius. This is an Aquarius that's involved. Some people say Venus in Aquarius, but it's Aquarius, okay, generally. But also Taurus. Also Taurus, and also work, okay. But 4, you see, Scorpio. So it feels like you've got the go-ahead and that there's no 5, which is the Hierophant, standing in your way. So I had the go-ahead at work, but I realised that there was something more out there for me, that the opportunities in work are just not quite what I want to grasp. That I have, because I have a lot of healing to do. It feels like I'm trying to cheat. It feels like someone is just not changing something. Because this can be a physical passing of someone, right? It can be. And because it would be to do with like children or families or people all talking to one another, because I keep picking up that everyone's talking about people, and it's kind of like, oh, have you heard? And it's like, well, have you heard? And it's like, what have I heard? It's like, well, I've got no idea what to listen to or who to listen to, okay? But I did notice that during the comment section that there is one Cancerian out there, it's either a cross-watcher that dislikes the video before it's even gone. And you get people like that, Cancer. You do. But I appreciate it because they actually watch the video, which actually outweighs the one dislike that someone likes to just do, just to try and, I don't know. I don't get people, Cancer. I really don't. I just, you know. But the Queen, because it helps, you see. I did mention that in the Gemini reading. It really helps me just by people watching it, so that's why I actually really appreciate haters just as much as everybody else. But the Queen of Wands, there seems to be no passion here. Like, there isn't any passion. It's definitely involving a Sagittarius. I would definitely say a Sagittarius that could well have Scorpio in their chart, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Or it could be a Scorpio that has Sag in their chart, okay? But that's somewhere within there. It can be Aries, Leo. See, the parents or the friends, children, could also be fire signs. They could have that in their chart. You'll see a lot of reflecting of the same kind of energies, of replacements. Because I feel like someone was replaced, felt replaced. Like, well, all of a sudden you're back in my life, and then I feel replaced by another, or by another mum. Someone gets very confused with something. Fused. Okay, so you probably decided that you wanted to be single because there's a lot of ill will, because I'm picking up Kill Bill for some reason, but ill will, okay, and I'm picking up a will because this would be something to celebrate, to feel good about, because this would be health, and this is paying attention to one's health and determined to do it, but this is not. This is like not paying attention to my health, you know, through the energy of the card. And it feels like someone just plays around with someone's energy. Like it's kind of like I drain someone's fire, because this is like fire and water, and it seems like whatever I do, I seem to be putting things out. I don't know why I'm being put out. Like, I'm always feeling like I'm being put out, like I'm always having to do stuff, and I feel just put out, left out. One of these sisters or one of these brothers feels pushed out from the family here, I would say, from physical family members, that somebody feels pushed out, left out. Okay, so someone ends up realising that they have to look after their health. This is probably what could have happened. In order for me to gain back any kind of like quality of myself, I need to find myself. So you see, this is 3 that I've got people to look after, like to because I know this is 4. This is Scorpio again. Okay, it could be a Taurus descending, Scorpio rising. Okay, or the other way around. Okay, but you've got 2 4s. And that would be the opposite sign to Scorpio. Okay, so someone could have a Taurus ascending and then a Scorpio descending. Okay, but I've got 3 things that take precedent over my life. They are very important. That I have to look after these 3 kids. Okay, and or I have to look after these 3 sisters. or I have to look after these three things. So you're all looking up to me and asking me for my advice, but I've got more important things to do, which is to also focus on these three here. Okay, so I don't have time. It feels like someone doesn't have, or didn't have, sorry, I keep looking at it as future tense, past tense, that something's like felt like it's over and it's done, so why is someone continuing to do it? Because it's all in the past tense. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is 4 again. 4. So it all goes back down to a Scorpio. Something to do with a Scorpio. Down to a Scorpio, which is descending. A descendant Scorpio. So the descendant would be the also the well, it would go back to the mother. It would go back to the mother, descendant. So because you obviously you've got like people below, like I can't explain that one, but something to do with the mother, and it all goes back to the mum. These decisions that we have to have all goes back down to the mum, or it all goes to court. A lot of these can be court appearances, and it all goes back to court about child support and maintenance, and that I have to look after my children, and that, you know, that you might need to, it might be someone that's saying, listen, you might need to look after yourself. I can't like give you all of my money, or I can't give you all of my attention. I've got to save some money. So in order for me to save some money, I'm going to have to start thinking of myself. But someone might, cross-watcher could definitely see someone as selfish in certain ways, because there's a very lot of confused energy through it. That's why I had to like get the cards out for a start, because I got these 4 out and I just couldn't kind of engage on really what that was about. So let's take a look at what this moon card was really for you guys, to see what could have possibly happened. The moon. Please clarify why the moon card is here. Tell me more about the moon. Okay, 2. You see, someone couldn't make a decision. I would say you've got possible Libra there, but it feels like you're stuck between, or was, or probably still are, is stuck between a rock and a hard place with family and sisters and people that are talking. And what job? You might be pressurized by parents or someone to get a job and to say, you might have a job, but you might have pressure from like family members. Sagittarius. There you go. So there's the Sagittarius. This is a Sagittarius moon sign, or a Cancerian moon sign. That is a Sagittarius. They would more than likely be a sun sign, Sag, but they would have a moon sign in water, or the opposite way around. Okay? That could also be a Piscean that's involved somewhere, because that's the ancient ruler, Jupiter, right? But it's coming from this Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius. Confusion about, well, I'm listening to you, and well, I'll let you make my mind up for me. It feels like someone can't make up their mind because they're... What's this death card? Or couldn't make up their mind. It's like I can't see. Because this is seeing, trust me, this is seeing everything of light. This is seeing the whole thing. But you have to be very careful what you attract back to yourselves by blending in. Someone tries to blend in. It feels like someone tries to blend in, or Brenda. But someone tries to blend in, but they feel like they're not part of the family, or they feel that they're not really part of someone's life, that they try to blend in, but they're not quite part of the... There's definitely something going on with someone's parents, or the children or something, or sisters. But this is like, I try to blend in, but every time we do, I argue, or you argue. But you're going to have a lot to go through with this person, because you've got some very strong, stubborn cards. Because these are both fixed, and also fixated, also on remaining the same, because that's a fixed sign, you know. And that you will always be what you're supposed to be, no matter how much you fight against things, you will always try. Because you're supposed to be your chart. So Scorpio probably came back to make some kind of offer, but this would also be sisters or children as well that are in this. So what was this Knight of Cups that was offered? Because it was an offer, but it felt like someone still blocked someone out to be single again. The Knight of Cups. No, we're not going to look at that one. I want to look at this Five of Swords, of why this Five of Swords was here. Five of Swords, Six of Cups, family. You see, there's family talking to everybody. Everybody's talking to people and everyone's talking about people, and they're also talking about people's soulmates, and it's causing a lot of conflict by the amount of things that they're talking to. But also there could be someone that's very argumentative in your family that you might find. Okay. But trust me, these are life readings, you know, so keep an open mind. Yeah, family. Pentacles is all about family, child support, maintenance, money, you know, feeling separated and pushed out from the family, not feeling a part of things. That when someone wants a part of your life, you have to forgive the ego and you have to let that go. And if someone can't let that go and they refuse to change, that's where you'll go through more karma, you know. And it feels like it was all to do with child support and maintenance and people not getting what they wanted, you know, because someone's trying to save money as well, but they could also be possibly overspending certain amounts of money. But this could also be something that was taken from, because it would definitely be involving family members and child support and maintenance, and that someone's trying to, like, this could be a single person that they're focused on their 3 kids. Or these 3 people, I keep picking up that they're very focused on these 3 here. And that's taking over my life. Focusing on these 3 is taking over my life. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You see, 9 of Pentacles relates back to 2 9s. Single. But listening to people. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Sorry, but that was just... a quick me trying to get, but I will say please keep an open mind. These are life readings that will involve like everything, and if it doesn't relate to you and it doesn't relate to your life, then it really doesn't relate to your life. They're just messages of, but if it does, please make sure that you leave a comment. I really would like to hear from you guys. So let's see. So from the 1st until the 15th of February for Cancer, Sun, Rising and Venus, because you had very, very difficult readings before, Cancer. And definitely during your extended, because it was to do with rehabilitation and things like that, and there was court appearances. I can remember now, there were court appearances, and it was to do with children or people. Let's see. So Sun, Rising and Venus from the 1st until the 15th of February. 5, you see, straight again. It starts again. Someone starts again. This is someone that plays mind games and manipulation. It can be to the lowest degree or the highest degree, but you still wouldn't know because they play it. Okay, they play games and they start fights. They start arguments. You can start talking to them the next minute. You've got no idea who's playing what, and you can watch this and think, "Are you talking about me or them?" And you get lost in this one because your mind is creating so much. Okay. Someone won't drop something and they'll just keep that up and they'll keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. That can be control and narcissism, you know, and it can be you that it's happening to. That's what I'm saying. It's someone that's doing it and it could be happening to you, but you would be lost in so much translation through this first card of being the 5. This can reflect on your work. 5, Taurus energy as well. Taurus with air, okay? But Aquarius as well. Okay, so it feels like work at the moment that there's so many arguments about work, and that there's so many arguments about like where I want to work or where can I work or where do I fit in, and that there are probably loads of sisters and brothers or people around you at the moment that feel like they want to avoid people, like, because you can never avoid a 5, you can, but because it's fight or flight, you see. Fight or flight can lead to anxiety, you see. 7. It's like, what do they call it? Argumentative. It can be, all of a sudden just starts to lash out and cut people out. I mean, this could be you, guys, that you've just had enough and you're cutting people out. And that's enough. I am not playing any more games, and I am not going to feel like I'm going to be attacked. Because this is feeling like someone's going to be attacked, okay? And you can feel very offensive and also defensive at the same time. And when you can feel offensive and defensive, you can start to isolate yourself and think all sorts of things, guys. So I really do apologise that these messages are coming through, but, you know, I mean, I'm a tarot reader. I don't like to just beat around the bush with certain things. These can either be like major things, or they can be very minor to someone, okay? Because they're not major arcanas, but they can be feeling like it just feels like everybody is argumentative at the moment, that people are just arguing, and that some people just want to avoid that, you know. Show me Cancer from 1st to the 15th of February. Continue on this reading, please, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. For February. 1st to 15th of February for Cancer. Sorry, even I'm getting very distracted through this reading, and I don't know why. Because I can feel your energy. You know, some people don't understand that when I start losing my temper sometimes during these readings, it's because I'm feeling the temper. And I'm feeling, because I keep picking up Sagittarius as well, temper, temperance. But I'm feeling the temper, you know, of this person and everybody else. So you got 4, see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's that I just don't want to. I just can't be bothered. It feels like I can't be bothered to fight, and I can't be bothered to. It's going to take a lot of health. These both cards mean health. There's Scorpio energy. Let's see. But these can also play a part of what you're witnessing with people that you know as well, you see. This can be happening with your friends and people. You got the King of Cups out again. So that's controlled love. That's a deep amount of love, but also a controlled love. If any of the kings are in reverse, they can be very controlling love. Okay, but I don't do reversals, so you'd have to know your story. But these can be court appearances. You see, yeah, there you go, 3 again. Someone is definitely like, I mean, if they're definitely, I mean, they're bound to something. This is someone that just works a lot, like workaholic as well, workaholic. Okay, but they're also very argumentative. They can be. But they're studying. But this is like court. Something to do with court appearance or like... I don't know why, I just can't seem to read at the moment. My brain seems very foggy through this, like I can't connect with your energy properly. There seems to be a lot of confusion around, guys, if I'm honest. Because it feels like the 3 of Pentacles wants to be seen. The 3 of Pentacles wants to be seen, and I want to be heard. And it's kind of like order in court. I need to be heard. This is a witness to something. Someone witnessed something, or they are witnessing something happening. This is the 3 that the 4 was looking at, okay? And that was to do with children, but they're determined to do it and succeed there. That's inevitable that it's there. I'm picking this up as a court appearance for a lot of you. This is being called as a witness, or that you have witnessed something of a brother or sister or one of these 3 people. You've witnessed something that they can be very argumentative. Okay, very argumentative. Let's see. You got the same cards coming out again. The 9, 12, 3 again. Very determined to be single. It's like someone is so determined to be single that someone could just keep offering to you something that you don't want. you know. But I mean, it can go the other way, but I don't know. But it feels like someone constantly offers love, but they're not interested. They're focused on their family. It could just be focused on their family or their money, that they just want money, and I'm just determined at work, and I'm always at work, and I'm a workaholic, and I go to work, 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 and I just don't have time for family at the moment, and I also don't have time for anything else other than looking out for myself, which can be also very good, but you still got to follow your karma, okay? But it feels like someone doesn't have time, because even when they're there in the relationship, it feels like they're not there in the relationship, that they're still doing things that they want to do, like studying things, but it just, I can't get away from these two, this 9 and 9 being single. But this can be someone that's looking into herbs and stuff, right? You possibly don't want a relationship, Cancer, or something. But if you're in a relationship, I think it might be someone's nagging someone that they're either working too much and they're getting like too much money, or like someone's nagging someone because they're not working, because they want to be independent and they want to do stuff for themselves and work on something that they want. But it feels like someone blames someone or shouts at someone because they've not got like enough, like, I don't know, it's like, well, it's not enough. But that could be coming through as like the court, like, it's not enough child maintenance, you're not paying enough, you're not paying enough, or you're not paying enough attention to me because you're always at work, or you're always out, and you're always out with your friends and stuff. Continuous reading from the 1st to the 15th of February for Cancer. So 3, again, the 3 of Cups, you've got the same, it's reflecting the same, and it's because this 3's here. This is contracts of work, that someone's signed a contract at work, okay, and it feels like that they have to, because they're in a contract, okay, that contract is written for a certain period, and that's what they have to do, and they can't get out of that. But I feel like some of them don't want to do that, like they love their work and they love their job, okay, and then because this is a binding contract that someone's in that they can't get out of. So even if this is a third party, 3 and 3, it's a binding contract that you're still got to go through, guys. It's written that way, really, in the 3 of Pentacles, because it's family, it's soulmate energy as well. But it feels like that there is going to be something to... Sorry, I keep trying to put a good spin on it, but something to celebrate, because this is celebrating something. Okay, now I mean, at the early stages, you can feel like, well, I'm not with the person, but when I go back to work, at least I get to see them. Okay? But if they're with someone else and you do work with this person, and you think, well, there's a break here, and we have a break, but then I can go back to work to see this person, but they are with someone else. So you're single for a time, but then they come back again, and you like unite with the person, but it feels like they deny you of like attention, and it's kind of like, I'm just single, and it's like, well, why don't you want to be in a relationship then? But you're bound to this as a contract of karma as well. But also, well, it's coming good. So you got the 10 of Cups. Well, I mean, it's coming good. But this is rejoicing with the partner. But you've got 3 and 1, which is 4 again. 4 of Cups, which is studying 3. Family, rejoice. Once again, the family come back together again. The three, this is like the 3 witches, but the 3 sisters, I keep picking up, the 3 sisters. We finally get back, we finally get them back. Or I finally get them back. I finally get my person back. But this is Pisces here. This is a Piscean. Or this could be good news. If you're going through the court system, I can't remember what happened through your monthly, but if you're going through the court system, you could have something to celebrate that you get your family back. Leo with Aquarius more than likely in their chart. It could be Gemini or Libra, but it's a Leo with Aquarius maybe in their chart. Told you at 5, the before there, Aquarius. So Leo with Aquarius could also have a Cancerian moon or something as well, water sign moon. Leo with Aquarius, water. And it's involving fire signs, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But again, this feels like someone's breathing down someone's neck to give them an answer. This is also feeling enclosed at home. It's just like, I just feel like I just need some space. That I just need some space, but there's too much going on and I just need space because there's too many people around. But it can also have an energy of like feeling like you're being breathed on. Like there's just like people are always breathing down my neck and I've got no idea how to make my own decisions because I'm bound to it, you know. And that's family. That's everybody that's talking to one another about people, you know. They talk about people and that's not great karma. It's not, because you're focusing on other people and you're not focusing on yourself. So the reflection just gets drawn back to yourself, you know. Because everyone will start to believe everybody and you'll go through, well, you'll go through this. You'll go through this. Because this is entrapped. Trapping. I just feel trapped. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which is 4. Again, 4. 8. Which is going back to the same. 8. It all kind of reflects back to feeling stuck, trapped. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I can't get out. You might start isolating yourself away and just feel like, well, I can't get out of this and this decision. So what do I do? This is a strange set of cards for me to try and get my head around. Sorry, guys, but it is. Okay, but I hope it comes better. But what we're going to do is we're obviously going to go over to Patreon. You can find the link to that below under the Show More section. Continue on right up until the 15th of February for you guys, and then hopefully things turn out differently when I start to clarify the cards and we look deeper into the situation of what this is going to be about. Okay, but it feels like people are talking. That's all I keep saying. They're talking and chatting to one another and talking. Okay, so we'll go over there. So if you want a personal reading, you can also reach out from the link below or follow any music website or stuff that I do. You can find all of those in the Show More section too. There will be a lot of other meditation stuff and things that I'm also doing and working on. These might be late for some people, but they will all go over to Patreon and you have access to all of the extended readings. Okay? All right, guys, thanks very much, and I'll catch you again soon. Peace.